We're only going to do this for the first one, I promise. And I'm very happy that we don't have like 300 people. We only have to manage 15-ish people. But seems like that tomorrow is not good for all of you. So let's aim for next Saturday. Let's try. And since you all had some affiliation with this whole project, since you all, hello, gorgeous, since you all felt like you're drawn to this for some reason, I would really love the whole group to be there for the first time. And after that, we're just gonna organize some drop-in sessions, semi-regularly, and whoever can make it, make it. But for the first one, it would be really lovely for all of us to come together. So I decided that I'm going to shorten the time and use this next week to I'll definitely record you the technique that opens up the day center and the day flows so that you can just practice that. It's a very simple breathing technique, but it will save us about 15-ish, 20-ish minutes on the day. So we'll have just more time to introduce ourselves and catch up and all that. And I will probably, I don't know if I will record something about opening up the luminary body. That's your travel vehicle. That's your projection body. You can do it without being aware of the luminary body. It just adds an added, hello gorgeous, it just adds an added layer of energy and imagination. And today I had an amazing conversation about it, so I just wanted to share it. That if you are an artist, a breathwork teacher, a yoga teacher, a digital artist, a software developer, someone who likes to draw, sing, dance, use your body for movement, for expression, use visual arts, photography, use any kind of instrument. Hello, gorgeous. Use anything that you feel like that you've been practicing, studying for a million ages. We have one, that was my favorite. We have someone in the group who's studied Chinese medicine, and she's like, well, I'm not so sure what's where, what's how. She knows the meridian system. It couldn't be more perfect. The librarian knows where to find everything that she needs to know about it. But I will personally never have the type of knowledge, the type of skill set, the type of muscle memory that she has. So we're just going to bunch our energies, our collective knowledge together and amplify it through morphogenetic science and come together in a container that is emotionally, mentally safe, energetically safe for all of us. But you're going to bring in your own gifts, talents that would it will not be matched by anyone else. And so today I had a conversation about it that I personally would love to experiment with stuff like, can we meet in dream time, maybe? Can we organize telepathic conversations that maybe daily we set a timer and we try to communicate with each other for a minute or so, try to send messages to each other telepathically, whether we are on the same page, on the same wavelength, and start just experimenting with communication like that. Start experimenting with lucid dream time when we can meet in certain places. And those are not the astral places, so you're not traveling to the D4 place. But for instance, the deity plane, or if you guys want to meet your Buddha team, they are the amazing guys, and they would give you your own energetic pod. And there's so many places out there that you can visit where you can be at your own, in your own lone harmonic frequencies. So you can separate yourself in a common space that is safe, secure for projection, for healing, all that. Or we can let each other into our pods and we can organize meetings. Our higher selves can be in constant communication. There are spaces out there where you can take up residency. You can not just meet people and heal together or have some organized projects together, but you can just learn. You can get to know the secrets of the cosmos, because teaching, learning is all about resonating on the same frequency. When you are able to match the frequency information of a certain specific data set, then you automatically download, I hate the word download, you automatically get access to that data, because it's not like it's behind firewalls. It's not like anybody's guarding any knowledge or any teaching. It's purely based on your level of consciousness, whether you are able to co-resonate with that bit of information. And if you are a harmonic match, then you can read that information. It's not rocket science. We just need to know the pathways to travel to certain places, to project to certain places, and tune into the right frequencies. And, it's not just the right frequencies are not taught or not revealed to us. We're actively being misled about them. So it's like we're given a massive set of keys to one lock. And you're just there for a fucking hour. Like, no, not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. That's what we're doing to our bodies. It's like, can I trust myself? Is that true? Is it real? Am I just imagining this? Is it fake? And it's like, not that key, not that key, not that key. Like, that's what we're doing. We're just trying to match the same frequency resonance. And we don't even know, or not necessarily know, what we're aiming for. And, I had my own personal weird moment when I realized that even this type of knowledge can be and is infiltrated and taken advantage of in the wrong way. And I stepped away from it for a little while. But then I just opened my heart back up, and I realized that if everything is infiltrated, if everything is corrupt, then still this body of knowledge is the most coherent, consistent, most detailed, and most comprehensive that I've ever met. So I'm going to put my trust and faith into it. The worst thing that can happen is that I disprove it. So be it. At least until then, I enjoyed the ride, and I've learned a bunch of stuff about myself, about others, about relationships, about how the world works. And if at some point it turns out that it was all just shit, then so be it. Then nothing can be trusted and we go back to nihilism. So what? But till then, when I look at creation mechanics, when I look at the physics side of it, it's so obvious that there are no hoops to jump. There are no secrets. There are no mystical, magical initiations on a cosmic level. The only thing that holds you back from any information, any state of mind, any sensitivity, any physical sense, any capability is your body's readiness to run sequenced frequencies. That's it. That's pretty much it. So if we train the body, we will be able, I'm sure that we will be able to see some very special stuff. I've only been doing this for a year, and my body has been full of emotional reversals, physical ailments and illnesses, and just mental distortions that held me at a very addictive state of mind. And in a year, hello gorgeous, in a year, I cleaned up to the point when I'm just not the same person anymore. In 1 year, after 30 years of bullshit. So I genuinely have so much faith in this, that if we're doing this together, and if we take it easy, we take it light, we have some fun with it and play around with it, we will be able to open up to some innocence. Do you remember those times when you were absolutely sure that you could read people's minds, or you understand nature, or you just know some secrets that are not secrets to you. It's just so obvious and you just don't understand why other people don't see it that way. Like, I remember looking at my parents and I realized that people don't treat each other this way. Like, how do you justify being a couple like this when I've never seen you being affectionate? I've never seen you openly loving each other. All I've seen was just horrendous passive aggression and sometimes active aggression. And in my innocent, pure mind, it was just unacceptable. It's just like, no, that's not how the world works. Do you remember those times when you were just so sure about yourself, that not from a sense of arrogance, not from a position of a know-it-all, you just purely were so connected to something infinitely and eternally wise that you did not have to fear, you did not have to try all the keys whether he fits the lock. Like, maybe this person, maybe that person, maybe this job, maybe this purpose, maybe that lifestyle. But you're not, in the end, it turns out that none of them were the right ones, and you're just getting more and more miserable and more heartbroken about it. Instead, I innocently believe that we could go back or forward to a state where you are just so connected that it's really not a question anymore whether we can understand each other, whether we can merge with each other, whether we can read each other's minds, because you're not infiltrating someone's mind. You are just finding their encryption within your encryption, and you are opening yourself up to connection between the two of you. That's what telepathy is. I'm practicing telekinesthetic communication because I'm much more kinesthetic than language-based, audio-based. So I'm practicing how to distant feel each other. When you just really realize that time, space, location is all encrypted holographically within the same source point, and your time perception, your distance perception, your location-specific perception, the separation between different lives, different lifetimes, the separation between different bodies, between different people, they are all just a slightly different angular rotation of particles within the same time, space, location, embedded in the same morphogenetic field, and a source light just shines through a crystalline structure in a slightly different angle. So you would get a seemingly three-dimensional holographic reality that is full of seeming separation. And it really is just the perception that tells us that something is a million miles away or someone is a separate being. And I would love to experiment with bending the rules and blending the boundaries. So we're going to become benders and blenders. All right. So let's aim for next Saturday. So far, it seems like that you've replied with the most ticks on that day. Please, everyone, just check the doodle thing. Just list all the available options so that we can find a day that is fully green. And yeah, we have people from Canada to Australia. So I've found like a 3-hour window that could potentially work for all of us. If you have any other suggestions, like if you're like, I'm happy to wake up at 2 a.m., I'm happy to do this, because I'm happy to stay up until late, because it's the European time that gets the late hours. But, you know, I cannot expect other people to stay up at 2 a.m. when we're journeying and you're laying down with your eyes closed, you're going to fall asleep. I'm not, because I'm going to be speaking, but you might fall asleep, and I just find that unfair. So if you have any other suggestions, then I'm more than welcome. Just, lay it on me. But I've found those 3 hours that could potentially work for all of us. So just let me know which date, which time, and we'll find something. Hello, gorgeous. I'm just finishing up. We'll find a day and time that just fits all of us. Hopefully that's going to be next Saturday. So in the Facebook thingy, I'm going to rename the date and time for next Saturday. But if we find another time and day for that, so be it. I missed it. There will be a recording of it. All right. See you. I just had a little rant about it, how much I would love to telepathically communicate with each other. And we will meet in daydream time, in the dream space that we all call reality. All right. See you soon. Love you, gorgeous.